in chat. Make sure it's working correctly. Yes! Heck yes! Sweet. Okay. Dope. Alright, so this video that I'm about to show you guys here, I'll put it on, I'll switch the scene so you guys can see it. So this video that was sent to me was from Amanda Margaret. I believe that's how you say your name. Yes. Thank you so much for sending it to me. Here, let me make sure it's... Let's do that so you guys can actually see the whole video. So it was sent to me, and the title of this video is Let's Address It, Body Positivity and Weight Loss, right? And so what she said in her message when she replied to me was said, love this video. She kind of came out against body positive community a bit here. Would love to see what you think about it. And so that's kind of what I want to do. Again, I have absolutely no idea what this video is, what it's about. It's pretty long. I didn't think it was going to be this long, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. Ads are just little clips of pure hatred. Yeah, I'm sorry. I need to get YouTube Red or whatever it's called now. Okay, let's watch this video. So let's start it from the start and see what's up.
I post on Instagram, and a majority of the comments would be like, it's obvious that you're losing weight. I can tell you've lost weight. And I didn't want to make it seem like it was something I was doing behind everyone's back, because I don't think there's any shame in losing weight.
It's crazy that even just right there, right, where she's like, she has to explain herself that there might be shame in losing weight is, I don't know, it's just so strange to me that that's a thing that people have to worry about. Because like when I think about when I lost weight, that was never a thought that I had, you know? And so the fact that it's kind of like looked down upon now is so strange to me. But let's keep going. Also, I want to make it very clear, I don't know anything about this girl. I've never heard about her until right now. So if people like might be watching this stream and be like, what about this? What about that? I have literally no idea. This is the first time I've ever seen her. Okay.
Hey guys, it's Edyn. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I'm just here to clear something up. A lot of people have been wondering why my views on weight loss have changed, and my answer is they haven't. But I don't want to lose weight right now. I'm maintaining a 50-pound weight loss from when I lost that weight. While I'm not interested in losing weight, I also don't want to gain weight. Gained 10 pounds about 16 weeks ago when I was moving, and I lost those 10 pounds so that I was back at my 50 pounds of weight loss. Is that to say in the future that I won't want to lose weight at some point? No. Next year, I'm gonna lose about 40 pounds.
It's funny that she just said that right there, because I've found like whenever someone says something along the lines of, you know, it's not that I maybe don't want to lose weight in the future, usually that means that they actually do kind of want to lose weight in the future, but maybe they don't want to say it. But she obviously just kind of said that she wants to lose 40 pounds or something like that. So, but usually when someone says, I don't want to lose weight in the future, they actually do probably want to lose weight, but maybe they're dealing with, maybe they can't, or maybe they're, you know, dealing with whatever, and that might be why they haven't decided to actually lose weight. That's just my opinion.
So, will I lose weight if it's a benefit to me? Yes. Will I lose weight if it is keeping me from doing something that I want to do? Yes. But right now, I don't want to lose weight, so I'm not gonna. Losing weight is a journey. It's a magnificent journey, and I encourage anyone who wants to do it to do it. As long as you're doing it in a healthy way, you're being kind to yourself, and you love yourself as much at point A as you will at point B. I want you to lose weight because I want you to do what you want with your body. I want you to feel your best, and if you feel your best, 100 pounds lighter, chase that goal, girl. You get there, and when you get there, send me a picture, and I'm gonna tell you congratulations and how proud I am of you. Fuck those.
I honestly, so far from that, what I've seen right there, I completely agree with everything that she's saying. I think that, you know, if I pretty much agree. There's nothing that, you know, watching that, I'm like, oh my gosh, why would she say that? All of this stuff I pretty much agree with.
Body positivity bitches. Like, I've said that so many times in the past, like, I don't like them. And I feel like I say that sometimes with vegans too. Most of the vegans I love, but then there's just the ones that are terrible, and I'm like, fuck them. And that's where I ended up after seeing both of these tweets, is like, body positivity has become a terrible thing in most cases, but there are still beacons of light in the community.
Woo! Dang. Imagine if I said that. Imagine if I said what she just said right now. Woo! I would get canceled. But man, it's crazy that I haven't seen any of this. But wow. Yeah, I mean, 100%. That is wow. All right. Well, I don't know exactly what the backstory is on that, but apparently something happened there.
Fat positivity and body positivity are different things. I've said that in the past. And
sorry, I keep stopping it, but did you just hear what she just said? Body positivity and fat positivity are different things. 100% I agree with that. Like, I do not understand why body positivity has turned into fat positivity. Like, fat positivity, that's great. If you're an overweight person and you want to be positive about it and you want to call it fat positivity, that's great. But the fact, oh man, 100%.
I just get so annoyed. It's like, why can't Alex just live her life and lose weight as long as she is not telling you that you have to do it, but she's showing you by example that it can be a good thing, and you can love yourself the whole way. You don't have to hate yourself in order to lose weight. And to be body positive doesn't mean that you can't change things about yourself. You can surely change whatever you want about yourself. And something that people probably won't like that I'm getting ready to say is her being on Weight Watchers isn't a bad thing. Yes, Weight Watchers has terrible marketing, but that's about where it ends. Weight Watchers is probably one of the better diet programs that I was ever on. And
wow. Yeah, I would agree with that. As far as what I have seen with Weight Watchers, I am not super well versed about Weight Watchers. You know, I've never done it myself, but from what I've was speaking with other people, people that are doing it, people that still do it. I know my friend, I think Felicia, she's on Instagram. I think she does Weight Watchers or WW, whatever you want to call it. And she says that it's quite like, it's pretty similar to almost like counting macros, but it's a little bit, it's just a little bit more almost like dumbed down than that. It's still crazy that she even has to say this though.
Past, it was the easiest to stick to, and it was the least restricting of any plan that I had been on. And I say that as a fat person because I know that when you're thin, your points are different. But when I was on Weight Watchers, I think I had something like 48 points a day, which is, you can get in a good amount of food there and you're still losing weight, and it's teaching you balance over.
So for those of you guys that don't know much about Weight Watchers, so points are basically points are assigned to different foods. So usually like the more unhealthy or the more calorically dense food, the higher the points are. So 40 something points is quite a bit. And I know that now, I'm not sure, I know that this was from a few years ago, but I know that now they have like 0 point foods, which I think is kind of weird because no food is 0 calories. But stuff like, you know, like chicken breast and then a lot of fruits and veggies are like 0 points.
Anything. Out of all of the diets that I've ever been on, Weight Watchers kept me the most sane. And I think a lot of people that talk shit, like, you know who I'm talking about Weight Watchers, they've never been on it.
Yes! So 100%, not just Weight Watchers. It's like these people that are super against any sort of dieting and stuff, and like these certain things, like they've never even tried it, especially with like, you know, the people that are like the body positivity and stuff like that. 100%.
Don't really know the model behind it.
Keep pausing it.
So I just get so annoyed when people tear down sweet Alex. Like, are you kidding me? Like, yeah, sometimes I'm kind of a bitch, so I can see people tearing me down because I come on camera and tell other body positive people that they can F off because I don't like the way that they promote body positivity. And the question is how...
I'm really liking this video. This is a lot of fun. I'm looking in the screen, and is my face covered up by the ObesetoBeast logo? Should I move my face over so you guys can see my face? Because I feel like I'm covered by the logo. So let me know, because if I am, that's annoying. She is great. Yeah, I'm good. I'm not covered by the logo. I don't know why I'm seeing it that I'm covered by the logo. Okay. All right, let's keep going.
How do you feel about losing weight after having big girls accept themselves? And my answer is, I don't feel anything. I have no emotional attachment to losing weight. Anytime you go for a goal or into a situation and you're acting solely off of emotion, you're destined to fail. So I don't want to fail. I think any big change that you make in your life has to be built on a foundation of self-love. And I think that's what I've taught not only big girls, but girls of all sizes, is to make sure that any change you're making in your life and all actions that you're taking in your life are based on love.
So I would agree for the most part there, maybe even all the way. I think that a lot of people talk about how they hated themselves and that's why they lost weight, right? And I can understand where that thought process is coming from, okay? But at the same time, I personally think if you're actually going to lose weight, right, and you're actually going to put everything into actually losing weight and the hard work that it takes, because right, if you're trying to lose a lot of weight, it's going to take a very, very long time. I think that if you're doing it strictly out of a place of self-hatred, it's not going to last, and that usually shows, right? When people, they might try and lose weight and it doesn't work. But if you're actually going to lose weight and you are going to try and see results, and you're like all of that stuff, it has to come from a place of self-love, because the amount of work that you're going to need to put in, like if you hated yourself, you're not going to want to put that much work into yourself, right? And so I think that 100% it has to come from a place of self-love, but I can understand hating parts of yourself, right? Like I hated the fact that I couldn't sit down and tie my own shoe. I hated the fact that I couldn't fit in certain rides. I hated the fact that I was afraid I was going to die before I was 30 years old. Like I hated those things, but I still obviously loved myself enough to want to change. And so I think that's, again, I would pretty much agree with her, but I think a lot of people are afraid of the word hatred, which, I mean, I understand, but I don't think it's, like, you can hate parts of yourself, if that, I don't know, like, if it comes from a place of actual self-love, I think that they can kind of coexist, if that makes sense.
I honestly don't know why it's a surprise, because I've said it many times in the past that I'm happy with myself at all sizes, but there are points when I feel like I need to lose weight. Like if I'm huffing and puffing when I'm going upstairs. That affects my quality of life.
Yes.
And quality of life markers are different for each person, and it's important to respect
right
those.
now.
Because as someone who has been much bigger than I am now, I know the quality of life differences between my current size, a larger size, and a size that's a little.
Dude, this is such a good video. I am blown away by this. Like, wow. What, like, I wish I had this knowledge when I was trying to lose weight. Like, this is unbelievably good. Unbelievably good. So far, I agree with pretty much everything she said.
A bit smaller, and it's important to respect if someone has a simple goal to be more mobile, or if they have something that they want to do that requires a weight limit. For me, mobility and flexibility are paramount, and my goals aren't up for discussion with anyone else. Peanut gallery. They come, they appear. And I'm not here for it. You should never comment on when someone else is eating, ever. It's not your business. You shouldn't comment on someone else's choices for fitness. It's not your business. Like, those are things that are just personal. Weight loss and wellness are personal choices, and they're not to be commented on by outside sources. The same goes for sharing your journey. Sharing your journey should be done in a respectful way. Just because you are on a journey doesn't mean that everyone else wants to be on a journey. So it's nice to I will always share fitness because that's something that I do, but I'm not going to be out there giving diet advice. One, I'm not a professional, and two, it's not my place. So yes, I will share what I eat, but I won't be advising always.
Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. I think that there's a lot of people, and I 100% I fell into this as well when I was first starting my channel, and first starting my Instagram and everything. Because I was trying so hard to be like an inspiration, her name is the channel name is Edyn Loves Life. Edyn, Edyn Loves Life. So I remember I used to try and like share stuff, and a lot of people would ask me questions, right? And so because I wanted to help, I would try and share stuff with them. Now, I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but like that's why whenever I do a full day of eating, whenever I talk about what I'm doing specifically, I always make it very clear I'm not trying to give you advice for what you need to do, especially when it comes to weight loss and fitness. It is such a personal thing that you can't, like, just because something works for me, that doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And so that's why I get so mad when people that have no business, especially people that have lost weight. Like I have a lot of friends and, you know, just acquaintances that have lost weight. But just because they lost weight, that doesn't mean they should be giving advice to you, right? And I know people are probably going to say, well, that's for you. That's why I'm not sure if you know, like I try and give general advice, but I'm not going to sit here and say eat this many grams of whatever, eat this many, ounces of what, do this workout. Like, I'll tell you what I'm doing, and if you want to try it out, that's totally fine. But I really don't like when people try and give advice just because maybe they feel like they've lost a little bit of weight. All right, let's keep going.
Had a different message than everyone in the body positive community, with the exception of a few here and there. I have been told flat out by many body positive people that I'm not body positive because I've never had a problem with intentional weight loss. What I do have a problem with is individuals losing weight because someone else tells them they should, or because they hate themselves so much that they feel like they need to lose weight to be happy. I feel like if you want to lose weight, you should, but it should be, I love myself so much that I'm going to try to make a change. Even,
what did I just say? Is she in my head? Oh my gosh, this is a smart girl, man.
If I fail at this change, or this change is slow, or the outcome isn't exactly what I expected, it doesn't change the love that I have for myself. I think making blanket statements like body positivity promotes obesity, or makes you fat, or tells you you can eat whatever you want to eat all the time, YOLO, is presumptuous, because there's too many people in the body positivity movement for a blanket statement like that to ever be made about us. So myself personally, I am plus size. I'm a yoga teacher. I attend dance classes. I go to cross training as well, and I'm very focused on gut health. I'm very focused on eating the things that make me feel fantastic, eating things that help me achieve my goals. And by goals, one of my goals is to shrink my body just a teeny bit. It's a continuous goal, and it's a slow process for me because I come from a past where I exercise excessively in order to achieve weight loss. So I'm unlearning those behaviors actively and trying to keep those things in check. It's about knowing your past behaviors and trying not to repeat them if they're not healthy for you. So that's what my personal brand of body positivity looks like. As you can see,
so what she said, and I 100% agree, and I worry that maybe people that have seen my videos maybe think I have this this thought. And so just because someone is existing in a fat body, or a body that has excess fat, I don't believe that that is them promoting obesity. I think that there are genuine parts of, like, maybe promoting obesity where you're like healthy at every size and saying you can be healthy at every size. I think that can get dangerous. But just because someone is overweight and they are posting pictures of themselves, they're overweight and they're, you know, posting pictures of themselves in the bikini, or they're talking about how they love themselves, that I don't believe is promoting obesity. I think that is just someone that is overweight or obese or fat or whatever word you want to use that is existing in an everyday life. And to say that they're promoting obesity, I think is, personally, I don't agree with that.
Over the years, I've said the exact same thing. In my video that people most often mention why I won't lose weight, and the answer is I don't want to. Right now, I'm content maintaining a 50-pound loss. But I also said in that exact same video, if I ever felt like my quality of life wasn't what I want it to be, I would lose weight. I also am not interested in gaining weight. If I gain weight, I will lose weight. That was all said in that same video. So basically, I feel like some people chose to hear what they wanted to hear and not what I said, because I have the receipts. So my views on weight loss haven't changed. I have videos ranging from 2014 to 2019, all saying that I am completely supportive of intentional weight loss. And
thanks, Atticus. I appreciate it. 100% agree with her. I didn't start seeing real success in my weight loss until I started caring about / loving myself. Down 85 pounds going on 2 years. Congratulations.
I'm kind of an outlier in the body positive community. I've been in many feuds within the body positivity community because of my beliefs. And I still haven't changed them. I've made videos in support of Weight Watchers, in support of influencers that are on Weight Watchers over the years, even after my Why I Won't Lose Weight video, in which I said I would lose weight if I gained weight. So my opinions have always been the same. I think it is a case of selective hearing for some people. What I do want to clear up is I am anti-diet culture. I'm a kid that grew up in diet culture, Slim Fast, MetaFast, Atkins diet, Hydroxycut, all of the diets. I have been on them. They're incredibly damaging. What diet culture does to people sucks, and I would not willingly put myself in that position again. I know that Weight Watchers can get a bad rap, but I've never had a bad experience with it. And the thing about Weight Watchers is it's a very open program. Very open to whatever your interpretation of a healthy lifestyle is. So some people are more on the diet culture spectrum within Weight Watchers. The majority of people,
Okay, so the one thing that I want to talk about, well, not the one thing, but one of the things that she said was obviously talking about diet culture. And now where I would say I'm assuming we probably agree on a lot of the diet culture stuff, right? I am not a fan of crash diets or fad diets or like these diets where people are losing massive amounts of weight super quick. And if you guys saw my thank you so much, Anna. If you guys saw my post that I posted yesterday on Twitter, I said, you know, I don't want to help you lose weight. I want to help you keep it off. And I think when a lot of people are talking about diet culture, they're talking about these diets that are all about losing weight as fast as possible, or like just all they care about is losing weight, right? But the issue is everyone has a different definition of what diet culture is. So I can say I hate diet culture, and me and her might agree, but then there might be someone else that says, I hate diet culture, and in their head, diet culture is anything that gets you to track calories, lose weight, focus on nutrition, anything, right? So everyone has their own definition of diet culture, so that's why it's hard when people say, I hate diet culture, because I might 100% agree with what they're saying there, or I might also really disagree with what they're saying there. So it's just hard when people say, I don't like diet culture.
They're not. I think they're very wellness focused, with over 200 something 0 points foods to tell you, you know what, these foods are really great for you. You're less likely to overconsume them. And there is such a thing as overconsumption, and we can't stigmatize the word diet, because dieting, like being on a diet, having to participate in a diet and participating in diet culture, the really damaging culture of diet culture, is different than being on a diet. Diet, the word itself, has been overly stigmatized. Diet just means what you eat, what a community eats, just how you choose to consume food. Diet culture is a billion-dollar industry that damages people's self-esteem, self-worth, etc. And here's the real tea.
So what she just explained right there, I would pretty much agree with. So like I felt like we would probably have very similar beliefs, and it seems like that seems to be the case so far. So, wow. She's spitting.
Posting what I've been eating on this channel for years. All of my vlogs that have what I eat within them has all been Weight Watchers since January. I just haven't said it. So the meals look very normal and average. No one's accused me of dieting since January. It's just now that I'm posting what I eat on WW videos, which if I removed the WW from the title and stopped counting points in those videos, you wouldn't think I was on a diet, because there's no restriction, there's no good and bad foods, there's no food guilt. It's just what I like to eat within a structure. And I've also been very honest about that in the past. I'll link a video down below where I say it's very irresponsible of the body positive community to act like intuitive eating is the only way to be body positive, because intuitive eating is not possible for many of us.
Amen. Are you kidding me right now? This is everything that I say, 100%. I get so frustrated when people basically say, if you're not doing intuitive eating, you are damaging your body, or you are being a terrible person. Like, there are people like Edyn here that it might not be possible right now to do intuitive eating, right? You need to track to learn. And oh man, I'm sorry, I keep stopping this video, but she is doing such a great job. I'm honestly thinking about maybe posting this on YouTube, because I want more people to see this. Whew.
Many of us need a structured way of eating. Again, I've said this in the past, nothing's changed. So I think a lot of people have taken the views of their favorite body positive influencers and projected them onto me, because they're not things that I have ever said. Anyhow, we're just gonna have to keep chugging along with this. But even when I was vegan and I did what I eat in a day videos, I'd turn around the package and say, here's the nutritional information for those of you who care. I'm not counting calories, but for those of you who are or need to know what's in this, here it is. So all of my what I eat in a days have always showed some kind of numbers in them. And I really think if you are someone who doesn't like seeing weight, who doesn't like hearing numbers during a what I eat in a day video, if you see what I eat on WW, that tells me that this person is on some kind of program where weight loss is their goal. So maybe when I know that triggers me, I shouldn't watch it, right?
100, I agree. If I find it so strange if someone, sees something that someone posts and they're like, oh, this is like harmful to me or triggering, which I understand. Everyone has different triggers and stuff. But if it really is hard for you, then just either, unfollow that person, or obviously stop watching that video. Like if watching someone tracking triggers you, when you see them start tracking, be like, okay, I'm going to back out this video. It doesn't mean that you should just sit here and like attack that person because they're tracking or whatever it is.
If you are still triggered by numbers, weight, counting calories, counting macros, counting points, you shouldn't watch those videos. That's why it's in the title, WW, so that you know it is weight loss somehow related. And I know some people may disagree, and that's fine, but I don't think I'm promoting diet culture. I don't think the things that I eat or the things that I say are diet culture-y, and for lack of a better term. I don't talk about tips and tricks to lose weight faster if you're not losing weight. I talk a lot about there being no good or bad foods and no food guilt on my channel. I don't do weekly weigh-in videos. I don't do before and after pictures, because those are all of the things that I dislike about diet culture. But I don't think there's anything showing what I eat and mentioning the points.
Okay, so this is the first thing that I disagree with. I think before and after pictures, I don't think that there's anything wrong with those per se, right? Do I think some people can maybe get triggered by them? Yes, I'm sure. But just like she was saying, if someone sees a before and after picture and they're like, I don't like this, like it would be very strange to me, right? If someone came onto my page and it was very clear that I was a weight loss page, right? That's how I started. And then they got mad at me for posting a before and after. It would be like, well, obviously this is not a place for you, right? And so I do pretty much agreed with everything so far. But as far as like the before and afters, when people are saying like that's toxic diet culture, I don't personally believe that. I think that they can be really motivating for people. If they are triggering for someone, then obviously they're not going to want to follow me, because obviously I'm not going to just stop posting those.
I'm doing is showing what I eat within the structured program that I'm a part of. Like I've always said, I'm a person that's very involved in fitness. Weight loss isn't the most important thing to me. Yes, it's a goal of mine, but consistency is the most important thing for me. So what I'm showing is what I eat, just to show consistency. Even for years when I wasn't losing weight, I finally got to the bottom of why I wasn't losing weight, and I'm very happy that now I am able to lose weight. But when I wasn't losing weight, even though I was in a calorie deficit and I was working out, I still stayed consistent because I love my body, I love feeling healthy, and I'm always gonna do the things that I feel are best for me. I'm never gonna just eat junk food. That's just not my zhuzh. But I'm never gonna judge someone who does either. And I think that that's what body positivity is. Body autonomy, giving people the control of their own bodies and the right to do what they want with their bodies at whatever point in life they are. And like I said in that previous video, I think body positivity and fat activism are two different things, and I'm definitely more on the body positive, self-love side of it all. And I'm very supportive of people on weight loss journeys and have always been. So I was really confused with a lot of the comments saying you thought I was against weight loss, because I've never said that. I have said I'm against diet culture, and it's a really hard line, guys. You can be body positive and want to lose weight, but you're always going to teeter on that line. Like my dietitian says, she's anti-diet, not anti-dieter. And in her career, she's had to learn that even though she wants people to find a healthy balance with lifestyle, for some people, dieting is essential for them to reach their wellness goals or whatever it is. And she just wants to guide you in a way where it's healthy and you're happy and you're not missing out on life, and it's something that you can do throughout your life. I've met and talked to many body positive dietitians that are very supportive of Weight Watchers because it is a lifestyle program. They've rebranded, which I'm not gonna go into things they've done in the past like Curbo, because fuck that. But they have rebranded. They've done a lot of work to make it like a mind body type of thing. I don't even weigh in every week. Sometimes I skip a week of weighing in because sometimes I just don't want to. And I love that on the program I can, if I decide I need a break from losing weight, I can switch my app to maintenance and then just maintain. That they have lifetime status in which you receive the program for free to maintain your goals.
One thing that I really like that she said, sorry, that played for a while, but one thing that she was talking about earlier, a lot of this stuff is, you know, stuff that I'm not super familiar with, because she's obviously, I don't want to say she's arguing with a lot of the other people in maybe body positivity or fat activism. Obviously, I don't know all the ins and outs of that situation, but she was talking about it earlier was about good and bad foods. And I think that that's really important, because I think a lot of people, they feel like, oh, this food is bad, and therefore they attach moral judgments to food. And I think that as far as dieting is concerned, that is a very hard and bad road to go down, right? So there's a lot of different diets that start to, I wouldn't even say like keto, they say carbs are bad, but people start to feel like carbs are bad, right? I have friends that do keto that are able to understand carbs aren't bad, but I understand if I have carbs, they will not make me in keto anymore. But there are so many other people that will do keto, and then they start to think carbs are bad, right? Any type of food that has carbs in it is a bad food. And that is very dangerous because it's just not sustainable for the long term. And that's why I'm not a huge fan of fasting just for weight loss, because then you start to think all food is bad in some capacity, and I think that that's dangerous.
That it's a program that doesn't have a start and an end like a lot of programs. They're there to support you throughout life, and that's what my dietitian liked about it as well, and many body positive dietitians like. For people that do want to lose weight, losing weight is always going to be prevalent. This guy, why does he have to blow my door? He does this every week. He blows spider webs all over my door from the bushes, and then I have to go sweep off my door because he blew spider webs and leaves all over my doormat. So obviously this isn't like an apology video, because you know I'm never gonna apologize for doing what I feel is right in my life, and I hope that you guys feel empowered enough that if someone's content doesn't resonate with you, you don't follow them. If talking about nutrition, eating lots of fruit and vegetables, if talking about fitness and very specific fitness goals, not like the coddle you type of body positivity, like, oh, just walk 5 minutes and you're fine. I'm like, push yourself, girl.
Let's go.
If that kind of stuff doesn't resonate with you, or if it's too much for you mentally, I'm probably not the person for you to follow. So the same thing goes for if someone's telling you to eat what you want as much as you want until you're content, and you're not feeling good doing that kind of thing, or you have a history of BD or whatever it is, you should probably unfollow that person too. You get to craft your own community and the kind of support that you need online. So I'll leave that up to you. But I also hope that you would give me more credit, because I think I've been very consistent in my views and beliefs over the years. Yes, I do make videos saying like, you don't need to assign somebody's worth on their weight. I don't believe there's such a thing as being able to look at someone and tell if they're healthy. I don't believe health is binary. I think that the more healthy habits you have, the healthier you are. The less healthy habits you have, the less healthy you are likely to be. I believe.
Okay, so I had a feeling this was going to come up. So again, I would say for the most part, you can't look at someone and tell if they're healthy or not, right? But like she kind of said, and I think she kind of said it without actually saying it, but when you think of, if you think of someone that has, if you have a lot of healthy habits, right, you're probably not going to be on either end of the spectrum, right? You're probably not going to be very, very overweight. You're probably not going to be very, very, very skinny, right? So she's kind of saying it without actually saying it, which I would agree with.
In health at every size, but a lot of people in body positivity call it healthy at every size, and that's not even the title of the book, and I'm not even sure if a lot of people have read the book, because the book is all about healthy habits. That's basically what the book is about, and not being on these restrictive diets, because when you restrict, then you crave the things more, and then you increase your weight, and then you do this whole yo-yo thing. That's what the book's about. So I believe wholly in health at every size. And you can be a multifaceted person and believe that maybe this is right for me, but I fully support that girl over there that doesn't want to lose weight. I also fully support that girl that's on a weight loss journey. I'm a supportive person. Even when I was vegan, I think I was like the least judgmental vegan out there. Even when we did dedicated podcasts talking about ex-vegans, I always had that person's back. One, I don't like seeing people being attacked, and that's like a huge thing in the vegan community, and I don't stand for that shit whatsoever. People are allowed to change their mind, and they don't have to have an acceptable reason for you. They can change their mind and do whatever they want for their life for any reason. I will always applaud people who make hard choices, because life is hard, and there are so many people that stay in situations, being vegan and not. I get so many messages about this. They stay in situations longer than they should because they're afraid to get backlash, or to go against the grain, or to change their mind on things that they've said in the past. Like, my beliefs were never super pushy or anything, but I know a lot of people's have been, so it makes them difficult to change their mind now. But but you still can, and change is beautiful. And you get two reactions when you decide to make change. You get people who are inspired to change with you. They're like, wow, if this girl can make a change, I can do it too. And it doesn't have to be weight loss, and it doesn't have to be veganism. It can be you want.
Okay, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit because I feel like we're kind of talking in circles now. No offense or anything, but let's speed this up.
That career change you want to do, that business you want to start, this new book series, whatever it is, like, they're inspired by change. And then there's the people that project their insecurity onto you. They're the people that want to make change, positive change in their life, but they're too scared. They don't believe they're good enough. They don't believe they have the resources, and all of those things that they are feeling, they project them onto you because they see you doing the hard thing anyway. So I hope that anyone watching this video, any change that you want to make in your life, that you do the hard thing anyway, because it's so worth it. Like I said, I'll never apologize for a change that I decide to make in my life, even if that means people don't like me. My mom taught me when I was young that not everyone's gonna like you, and that's okay. And I'm okay with that. I feel like I've always been a very supportive person of everyone, and I think my content supports that. Like, I can pull receipts for anything that I say because I'm consistent. And at the times that I'm not consistent, I come on here and say, hey, I'm a human. Priorities change. That's a part of life. How many people do you know in life where their priorities don't change at some point, especially over 3 or 4 years? People get a whole ass degree in 4 years. People have...
Yeah, it would be, I can't imagine, like, because the health at every size, body positivity community is so large, and there's so many, like, there's such a huge spectrum of people that have different beliefs that it's like you have to always be explaining yourself as to, like, oh, I believe this, and like, you, oh man, I couldn't imagine. I feel like I would just be like upsetting people at every turn.
Multiple babies.
I kind of already do that.
Within 4 years, tons of stuff can change within 4 years. So don't have these expectations of influencers not to change. But not much has changed for me, as we've seen. Things have been the same. So that's all I have to say for this video. I'm on WW. I share what I eat on WW. I felt like I'd be doing a disservice by not mentioning it. One, because in a Q&A someone asked if I was on WW, and I didn't want to lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a liar. I didn't want to hide the fact that I was trying to lose some weight. One, because I've mentioned that I wanted to lose weight even after the I don't want to lose weight video, as you saw. And it was starting to be noticeable to some people. I'd post on Instagram, and a majority of the comments would be like, it's obvious that you're losing weight. I can tell you've lost weight. And I didn't want to make it seem like it was something I was doing behind everyone's back, because I don't think there's any shame in losing weight. Do I think it needs to be shared publicly, like in its totality? No. I don't find any harm in showing what I eat because, like I said, it's not a restrictive thing. But I do find harm in doing like weekly weigh-in type stuff. I do find harm in like toxic talk about your old body, or toxic talk about food and restriction and disordered eating, or exercising to earn your food. I find all of that stuff problematic, and I'm not doing any of that. I don't even post before and after pictures. I personally don't mind before and after pictures. Like, I see them and it doesn't have any effect on me or make me feel like I'm the before and I'm not worthy because that person is lost. I don't have those feelings. I'm aware that a lot of people have those feelings, so I am sensitive to that, so I don't post those photos. But anyhow, that's all I have to say on how my views on weight loss have not changed, how it's just a fine line between diet and diet culture. And even if you hate diet culture, in order to lose weight, sometimes you have to participate in some version of it. And I hope whatever that is, it's not toxic and problematic and going to tailspin you into any kind of yo-yo dieting. Always honor yourself, always honor your frame of mind. See if this is something you want, something you need. Because I'm doing something doesn't mean you.
All right, so I'd say that's pretty much over. All right, I really like that video. I think that she is, obviously she's probably getting a lot of hate for wanting to post about the fact that she is, you know, she is on WW, which is Weight Watchers, basically. I don't know. Like, I've talked about it before. It would be very hard to be in the position of being like, feeling like you want to lose weight and then being afraid to actually do that. That would be, I feel really bad for her. But I'm proud of her, and I thought that was a great video.